Yay! We're going to be talking about GoldenEye. Hey, guys. Hey. Hope everybody's
Yay.
feeling good. Hey. Ah,
Yay, me.
oh,
So
that's
happy.
that's ignorant. That's ignorant.
I'm so happy. Yay.
Now, would this be the first technical Bond reboot, or what?
It's not a reboot. It is not, but we'll get into this.
Yeah.
Hello, Snorty. Hi. And Gambit's here. So hello, Gambit. Who else is here? Penny is here. We love you, Penny. You're so awesome. And let's see. And I got your message, Penny, that you don't think it's going to be a film you could see weapons. And I get it. Don't worry. I get it. Andy is here too. What's up, Andy Morrow? Yeah, I haven't had enough of you today.
Tom Baker.
Carl Weezer, who are you?
I don't know.
It's somebody new. Welcome.
I don't know who that is. You're new. You're new. Oh, we gotta put him. We gotta put him through the noob thing. Do we have a noob thing? No, we don't.
No.
Tom Baker's here. What's up, Tom?
Kodo, we hope you don't regret being here.
We love you, Tom. You're a good dude, man. You get a little testy sometimes, but we love you. It's just so funny because just to talk about this momentarily is like Patrick, the chief. He's a radio guy, and he just doesn't seem to. And Keith's not the best at it either. Keith is not the best at interacting with you guys.
He gets carried away.
But I started doing this stuff just so I could interact with you guys because I like doing it so much. Because it feels like I'm sitting around a table talking to my friends by having the chat there with you guys in it, and oh Jesus, did you write a book there, Slasher Fred? Over on the right side of the screen, it makes it even look longer. What makes this movie so very fantastic is that this was the first time that the character of M is a gender role reversed, because this was the first time the character was first seen as a female. But also to point out, this is really the first Bond film to really address directly gender roles with some of the dialogue between the females to the males. I mean, you've heard a little bit now and again, even all the way back to Sean Connery, because when he read after the whole Pussy Galore, the previous thing, he gets to the Pussy Galore thing, and it's like, you know what, I'm not going to fall all over you because, but Bond is so Bond, so much so that Sean Connery turned her straight by the end. Right, Anima?
Well,
that's Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
That's Zoe. And I told her to jump on because I said that we were going to give her a very happy birthday from the whole gang.
I thought your online name was your mom because that's the name you go by on the video chat.
I thought so too, right?
Don't you dare play games with us. Going back to the gender thing, it was appropriate to do because MI5 was led by a woman from 92 to 96, I think. So it didn't come out of nowhere. It was Dame Stella Remington leading MI5.
You think Xenia was kind of a commentary on it? Because, like, how do you make it so he doesn't, like, bed every woman? Like, well, the one, if he has sex with her, she's going to kill him. Literally.
Hey, some of the
Bond. A message for everybody. Everybody read the message. Because I just kind of gave you a cue, and then you guys go on like I didn't say anything.
Oh, right.
I said it. I said it.
Okay. And do you want?
Hey, Zoe, are you paying attention?
At the count of three.
Here we go. On the count of three, guys. You count, Martin.
1, 2, and 3. Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
No. You need to be nice to her. Stop singing.
Fine. Happy birthday, Zoe. Your father's a dick. I'm sorry.
The female version.
So is my girlfriend, apparently. She's the one who said it to you.
I just think you just
baby.
talk by proxy through Anima.
No, Anima's her own animal. She is absolutely all her own. And she fucking tells me off. Are you kidding me?
But yeah,
absolutely. I'm so glad it's your birthday. 26 years ago on this day, at about 11 o'clock in the morning, you were born. And I helped pull you out. And I am the one who, of course, like so often, I got to cut your umbilical cord. And I got to hold you before they put you in the incubator to do your Morrow reflexes and all that shit. So I love you, little girl. You have made my life. And I look forward to shuffling off this mortal coil, knowing that I left another asshole just like me, continuing the tradition of being a female jerk. And I love that. And I love you, baby. Happy birthday.
Gary, your biography should be titled Best Worst Father.
Well, she knows. She knows her father. Look at that.
She knows me.
Oh, yeah.
She knows me. Hey, she's got a lot of room to talk. I will say just one thing to her and she'll start crying. If I get, yeah, you're a little gay too, baby. You get it from me. I love you, baby. All right, go have your happy birthday, sweetheart. You don't have to keep watching the show because I know you fucking hate shit like this. But I do love you, baby. And she will be joining us, by the way. I forgot what movie she picked, but she said when we do that movie, she will. I
Lady
don't
in the
lie.
Lake.
You also you don't lie at all ever.
GoldenEye is kind of a funny movie because arguably the video game for the N64 that came out for this movie is bigger than the movie itself and is more well known. People still speedrun GoldenEye to this day.
Which shocks me because it is really one of the best Bond films. In fact, speaking of that, I have a poll set up right now, and I'm going to let it go for a while, give everybody a chance to vote as to which they consider to be the best of those Bond films I have listed, which I listed From Russia with Love, For Your Eyes Only, GoldenEye, and Casino Royale. And oddly, one of the fan polls had GoldenEye listed, which I'm like, no, I'm sorry. For me, From Russia with Love. Then, oddly, this is the way the audience is going. From Russia with Love, For Your Eyes Only, and then GoldenEye, and then Casino Royale. And then I go back to Roger Moore again and Sean Connery, which is with Sean Connery, it's Thunderball, and then followed immediately by I like The Spy Who Loved Me. I like that film. It's got problems, but I still like that film.
We all have problems. Let's be honest here. Every Bond movie has problems.
No, don't apologize for that. I think From Russia with Love is the single best Bond film. I really do.
You're with us then, Snorty.
Yeah, you're right there with us then. And again, Gambit, if you didn't know, that was my daughter, Zoe. And she's a sweetheart. She's
So you better behave yourself, eh?
Oh, she's already gone. Probably celebrating her birthday.
Oh, I guarantee she's gone. GoldenEye has themes of loss and betrayal because at the beginning it appears to look like Bond's best friend has died. Yeah, which they kind of, fashioned him after Roger Moore. And ironically, Sean Bean was up for playing Bond at one point.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought they were doing a whole Patrick McGoon thing because number 6.
Number 6.
Now,
6. Who is number 1? Anyway, go ahead, Martin.
Notice how it does resemble the betrayal from Boris to Natalia. So
yeah.
Both of them get betrayed by
somebody close to them. Yeah. I wouldn't call him a dear friend. I don't think she really liked him that much. I think he found him annoying.
Yeah, but she's worried, genuinely worried about him. And when she finds out that he's alive, she's genuinely happy. So it's that kind of everybody has a friend that that we love, but man, annoys the hell out of us.
Yeah.
Yes, I got the emails, but I didn't get to do anything with them because we were prepping for this show. But I did
just
get
told him that.
2 emails. Yeah, I got 2 emails from you, buddy. Oh, thank you.
I still find this plot, the actual plot for this, to be one of the most hilarious ones. Because let me get this straight: you're gonna cover up a robbery by committing like the world's biggest terrorist act in history on England. It's like the whole racial records. Yeah, but you just nuked England. I think they're gonna have a lot more heat than if you just robbed the bank.
No, number one, he's not nuking anything. Number two, it is
EMP.
Yeah.
An
Number
EMP.
2, he is committing a robbery, but his main objective is to destroy all this economic system of England.
Yes.
As a vengeance.
To destroy
He
that
wants to
and
send
to
England
collect,
back in the Middle Ages.
and he wants to collect information to use to gain money through blackmail.
Yeah, and that's another prisoner thing. What's he after? Information.
Yeah, there you go.
Bushvarine.
This was my favorite of the Brosnan films. Like I said, the fans voted it as the #1 Brosnan film, and I agree. I think it is the best Brosnan film. The theme song by Tina Turner became, well, ironically, you two wrote it. God damn it, I highlight it and you're highlighting it, and then I unhighlight. The theme song by Tina Turner became such an iconic song, and it's not by her, but she did perform it. And it's written by you. It's written by Bono and the what? What did you go by for a while? The Edge, not Hedge.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Okay. And I thought it was odd that they didn't perform it, but Tina Turner performed it. It's an okay song. I liked it. I liked it. I would have liked it better if somebody else sang it.
Yes, exactly.
And the odd thing is, like, the end song is so bizarre because Sarah wrote the music, Eric Serra, but the singer on that, I forget his name, but it sounds like fucking Peter Gabriel and Daniel Lanois, the way they performed it. It's not really what I would call the appropriate song for the end of a Bond movie.
The whole OST for this movie is very different.
I got a question about that song because I found curious the voice, so I looked for it on the credits, and it said that it was performed by Eric Serra.
Eric Serra wrote the music, and the singing was done by somebody else. I'm trying to remember his fucking name. Let me just look. Fuck. You have to do a deep dive on that because it kept giving false information. And I know that's not Eric Serra singing. So I did a deep dive on the who produced and sang the song, and it gave a different name.
I'm telling you what the movie credits say.
It's lying. It's not true. So Bono and the Edge wrote the song, and Tina Turner performed it. Soundtrack was composed by Eric Serra. Prolific Bond composer John Barry said that despite an offer by Broccoli, he turned it down. Serra's score has been criticized, and I don't like it. In Metro, film tracks, blah, 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 GoldenEye, Martin Campbell, blah, 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 John Altman. Because, yeah, there's the song over the tank scene is actually not Sarah's music. It's another composer. And what apparently happened, like during the chase scene for the tank, the producer, director said, hey, man, your music, the synth that you're using doesn't play well over the sound of the tank and the sound effects. He says, we need to up that with some actual orchestral stuff. And instead of doing it, Sarah suggested maybe turning down the sound effects, which pissed off the director.
It's an asshole answer. You don't tell the director and make the effects less loud so my music comes through. Bullshit.
Yeah.
You need music that works with the effects.
So he got pissed and he hired a different composer just for that one scene, for the tank scene. So that's not his, and that's why it has a distinctly different feel and sound to the rest of the soundtrack. Anyway, they're gonna do gold. Oh, it's gonna find out the song for you. So let me get to that real quick. So some of the interesting stuff dealing with this was the fact that originally, this was going to be a venture in the, what is it called? In the Company of a Lady. And it was set to move forward with Timothy Dalton and for his third film. But then legal wranglings happened with MGM, and of which Albert Broccoli sued them, MGM. And it put off making a Bond film for years. And I think it's the longest break between a Bond film. And finally, they came to a conclusion because now his daughter was stepping in, Barbara, and her brother or stepbrother, whatever the fuck it is.
This is also the first one that's not based on any of the novels.
Yeah, and it's a name that's from his home in Jamaica, Ian Fleming. It's called GoldenEye. And it's featured in the last James Bond film with Daniel Craig, and because they shot on location there. And it's also from an operation from World War II, GoldenEye. And so it's, nothing from this movie is from a book. In fact, a lot of things are borrowed from other films. In fact, the movie starts 9 years before, and it's actually taking place during the Timothy Dalton years. 9 years before. And so we're still dealing with Russia or Soviet Union.
Cold War had just ended.
Yeah, the Cold War was about to end 9 years before. And because it didn't officially end until the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
And so basically, we get to see some old school classic Soviet action with that opening scene. And even though they had shot more footage for that opening scene, they decided to not use some of it because it too early showed Brosnan's eyes. They wanted to have basically a surprise that that's Brosnan. And so they don't show his face. It's always in silhouette. And they have that wonderful, and I think it's really a better one, because you see the plane go up over the dam, hydraulic dam, and then you see Bond breaking through a fence line, running across the top of this dam, hooking up a system with his C-clamp, and rappelling down, bunging, jumping down, and a stunt that they said was shot twice or done twice. No. Not true. It was done one time.
Wayne Michaels.
Guy that did it,
Wayne Michaels, man.
He did that stunt, and unbelievable. One attempt, he fucking does everything he's supposed to do, include pulling out the grappling gun that he's got in his hand. He pulls that out right before completely blacking out from the jump. That's how long a jump that was.
He's in the Guinness Book for World Records for that jump. Yep. Over 700 feet. Crazy.
And they only did it once. And it only needed one because he did it perfectly.
I don't think that's something you want to do twice. Anyway, I did a search about the singer Gary. Yeah, I did a search about the singer Gary, and it's the only one that comes up is Sarah. I don't get any other information. And
I found that information, shared it with you yesterday.
I can't find anything.
This is so frustrating.
I find so many pages.
All
right, somebody talk, because I'm going to go fucking do this.
All right. The N64 game, it does have one of my favorite revisions of the Bond theme with the electric guitar. If you've ever heard it, it's awesome. Gun barrel.
Keep talking.
The first HD gun barrel thing.
CG.
CG, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
And that was the first one that Binder didn't do anymore because he had passed. And I think they pulled it off really well.
Oh, born in Scotland.
I do find it weird they wanted to hide him though, because
worked with him on that one.
Because I always remember seeing his face all over the poster, so it wasn't like you didn't know what he looked like going in.
Hi, Zax.
In fact, I think it's the image that's the background currently. People make the joke of like, it's, he has like a really weird mouth because of the way it's edited. The little Photoshop.
Okay, here we go for Zax. It's a quickie.
Shut the fuck up, Kyle!
So, once again, Rupert Hine was the lyricist, singer, and Eric Serra was the musical composer and producer. They co-produced on it.
Weird that information is not out there.
It's hard to find. Don't you remember yesterday when I went to work with you? I'm like, oh my God, I had to go through so many channels.
We did Münchhausen yesterday, and I was tired as fuck, so that's all I remember. And the day before, we got through half an hour or something of Bond, so...
Hey, oh, look at that. Parrothead is here, and Zax is here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Derek Meddings died of... He'd struggled for a year before dying of prostate cancer. It was just a hell of a loss. It broke my heart because I was a huge fan of his work. I grew up on his work because he was the guy with him and Brian Johnson were the guys with Jerry Anderson. And just, oh, God, Derek Meddings was this. Yeah. And by the way, I challenge you. Now, this movie, I got to tell you, the blue screen visual effects, not that good. I think the shots of Earth, the shots of Earth from space are garbage. I think they're terrible shots.
The one that really stands out for me is when it cuts to him getting into the plane after he's jumped off. It's just, you can clearly tell it's just not real.
Yeah, they've got a mixture. There's blue screen, there's rear screen projection, and it's one of my favorite scenes. And I wish, and I said this when I was talking to Anima, I said, if this had been a Tom Cruise film, he would have
done it.
Done it.
Yeah.
He would have done that. And I will tell you that Dalton asked to do all his own stunts, but insurance wouldn't cover for everything. So he was only allowed to do about 90% of his own actions.
He should have fired his insurance people.
Well, that's what Tom Cruise does. He uses a different bonding agent. Bonding agent sounds like chemistry. He uses a different insurance company to bond his injuries, any injuries. By the way, what I suspect happens here, I can't do it because my hand's shaking too much. Can you back us up to him holding the gun at his head?
Oh my God.
I don't know if you're able to.
I'm trying.
My hand is shaking so bad right now.
Well, I mean, I always thought that he just hit a past the ear kind of deal, so it looked like he shot him in the head.
That's what my theory is.
That's it. Yeah, because there was some that said, "Oh, he used a blank," and I'm like, "No, he put a blank in and then put a blank." No,
blank would have killed him.
That's the gun he uses to shoot two of his people. So no. There's no way.
Yeah, it's a real gun with real bullets. Nope. He shot past his head.
Yeah. And he has the scars because he couldn't get out in time because the timer was on 3 instead of 6 minutes.
Yeah, instead of 6 seconds, he set it to 3 seconds.
Because he thought that Alec was dead. Minutes, yeah. He thought Alec was dead. So he was like, yeah, I'm going to get out of here and then the place can blow up. I don't need more time.
I do love that detail where the one guy shoots and he just,
there you go.
It's like, you idiot, could have killed us all. And he just shoots him.
There it is. I love this guy, by the way. This guy, yeah, thank you, buddy. This guy is such an unpraised character. It's Godfrey John, plays Colonel Oramov. And he's so fucking good in this role. His amusement when he watches Bond slowly squeaking, the squeaking wheels going across the room.
Yeah.
And he just sort of gets this look of like, what is he doing? And he smiles because he's amused by what he's doing. I fucking love his performance in this film. He's one of the best villains in the film. And he has such an insignificant death. You know, he just dies abruptly. And I'm like, oh man, he deserved a better death than that.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, what is it? Boris has one of the best deaths in the whole movie.
Boris,
yeah,
which one's
I
Boris?
Agree. Boris is the
I
one
am
who gets frozen to
invincible.
death. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes.
I like that character. He's a scumbag and he's a sexist. But he's a funny character. I like him.
Statue. And it looks perfect. It looks great. The hair's matted down by the liquid nitrogen hitting him. But yeah, that's an actual full-size maquette of what's his name? Alan Cumming. Is he? I don't know.
Yeah, because obviously you don't turn into a frozen statue, but it's one of those fun little cinematic things.
Oh my God. And by the way, the other thing I like about this is Daniel Craig was not the first guy to start doing fast action scenes. This guy was. Pierce was the first guy to go full combat speed in these scenes. There's none of this fucking slow, action poses. He's doing really, never served in the military, and he does proper military grips and turns of weapons. And he had a good trainer. That's all I know. He had a good trainer for this fucking movie. He nailed the speed action, high speed fucking. This was the fastest action Bond film we had ever seen.
I mean, he's been wanting to play Bond for ages, and he couldn't because he couldn't get out of the contract for the other show. He would have played him earlier, but he couldn't get out of that. So now he finally gets the role. Of course, he's going to train to be as perfect as possible.
Back door, there's a draft. Okay, there you go, Martin. Got a
nice
back door.
One, Bill.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Hey, Bandit, this is Little Beaver. Put your foot on the floor, we got your back door, and I'm clear.
That's a 10-4.
And with that said, I want to remind everybody this episode has been brought to you by Backdoor Beaver.
Oh, I really have to see that thing
Anima's
twice.
favorite. Anima loves this thing.
That thing is fucking ugly. Put it away.
But behind the scenes, she just talks about how much she loves that thing.
I fucking hate that thing. It's ugly.
Okay, Boris. It was Boris and Natasha. I'm a fucking Rocky and Bullwinkle fan.
Natalia.
I thought it was Natalia and Boris. I fucking love those characters. Rocky and Bullwinkle, great show. And yes, there was espionage. Not on their part. It was all on the Russians' parts. This is the first Bond film without Maurice Binder. He died. We lost a lot of guys in between the Bond films.
It's the last one that Chubby Broccoli got to see. So that's the end of his era.
I do love that it still followed the same theme of the women interacting with things. And I think they outdid any of the Maurice Binder stuff because technology had moved us that far. I love all the imagery of the guns, everything.
Yeah, this is a point where CG was a new tool, so they weren't using it for everything. They were still trying to do as much as they could with just masking and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, I view Pierce as probably the best amalgamation of all the Bond traits. Like, he's not the best in anything, but he's the, overall, like, he would have, like, B pluses and everything, whereas all the other Bonds are kind of, they got their individual strengths. Like Brosnan's just overall solid.
Now, the film that came out in '99, The World Is Not Enough, which I liked. I liked all of Brosnan's films, but I felt they were kind of weak. But The World Is Not Enough had another great intro that has Russian stuff in it, which I liked. My problem with the modern Bond is a Cold War era character, and that they keep wanting to make the films contemporary. It is kind of frustrating. Okay, Anima, you want to tell the story about this?
About what?
The Ferrari?
Oh, yeah. So Ferrari agreed to have their car in the movie, but the car chase, when he goes against is it an Aston Martin, I think?
Yeah.
The car winning the chase, and it's not a serious chase, but the Ferrari car had to win the chase.
It's a race. Yeah.
It kind of teasingly. It's not a car chase to the death, something. She's just teasing him because she likes danger. So that's why they stopped the car and let her pass, because Ferrari insisted on that, or no Ferrari car in this movie.
Well, it's never real Ferrari.
PI, go ahead.
Oh, no, in the plot, he notes later on that it's a counterfeit, because, of course, Russian counterfeits.
So, unlike Magnum PI, that is a real Ferrari engine in it. Because a lot of people don't know that the engine in the Ferrari used on Magnum PI was a standard V8.
Because in the US, they need to nuke the Ferrari cars.
Yep. It was still capable of going 200 miles an hour, but not like a real Ferrari, regular Ferrari.
But they make it appear badass in Magnum, though.
Oh, yeah, they do. And by the way, he's constantly scratching it, breaking it, getting it blown up, and having to pay to fix it. That, by the way, is another thing right there. That is the same casino used years later as Casino Royale. And that the actual name of the place is Casino de what's it? The name of the place where it's at?
Well, it's Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo. It's called the Casino de Carlo, I think. Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo.
I'm trying.
So that's the name of the actual casino, and they make it out to be a different casino in this, and they make it out to be Royale in the Daniel Craig film, but it's the same casino.
It's kind of weird that this is basically the end of the era, because pretty much the only thing they could do at this point is the remnants of the Cold War.
Well, that's why it had to open during the Cold War. That whole opening scene's 9 years earlier, because that's when Bond was relevant. At this point in time, because you hear that from M when she says it to him, you're a relic of the past, and it makes sense because the Cold War's over. But he proves his relevance, and having her continue to play Q with Craig was a mistake, because she kind of handles Bond the same way after he just got his 00. She acts like he's a problem. He just got his 00, and she's acting already like he's this Bond. And I felt like that is a carryover from Brosnan that they should have thought about before shooting it, with her saying that.
What I find funnier is in this movie, Chuck's always like, "Oh, you're sexist," thing, and then the next film, the first thing she says is like, "Pump her for information." Wow, she changed around real fast when it came to him.
All right, let's get to the chat here. We got some stuff going on here. First of all, we got people popping in here. We got Parrothead, like I said, and Zach. Did you give Zach his video, right?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Okay. Let's see. Flasher Fred is here. On the comedy series, you got that. I always loved Jackie Chan since the first Super Cop '92 on VHS, but lately his career has malingered so badly with the continuous Karate Kid legend bullshit. Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking watch that movie.
Yeah, one of my first cinema crushes here. She's such a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Also liked her in X-Men.
Okay, I'm not sure. Were you asking me that? See, I'm not aware of all your comments when I'm talking because I'm focusing on what I'm saying, and I don't see the comments when they pop up, and I have nobody telling me, so I don't know what that was in reference to. Not sure if Pierce ever uses the back door in this movie. Oh, come on! All right, Che, give Che his fucking hi, Che. Hello.
You know what?
I thought you were going to play the video. Or
Guess not.
Really? I stepped away for a second, then the back door gets breached. I really can't let your back door out of my sight, Gary.
You know what? If it gets worse, it's going to become the black door.
Oh, bad Shanatsky.
Looking for a back door, but I'm sorry, guys.
Put on your coat.
Will Danaher, they're coming to the front door.
Well, since when has the back door been not good enough?
Same and Die Another Day. The villain fall with the hovercraft. You could not survive that. Yeah, the fall he had should have absolutely killed him. Popped his head
That's
like
one
a
of
watermelon.
my problems with that movie, that he survives that.
And Snort says, Beaver.
No, thank you.
And this is the origin of
not
a
a fan of that
Futurama
film.
quote. Death by Snoo Snoo.
Yep. Bayona Rad says GoldenEye intro opening is good and theme song. Yep.
I just would have preferred a different singer. I'm not a really big fan of Tina.
Well, I'm surprised they wrote the song and Bono didn't perform it. That's weird.
Yeah.
He was too busy taking credit for saving starving African children.
Yeah, he wasn't Remington Steele. That's why he didn't get out of that contract to play Bond earlier.
I like that movie, Nomads. In fact, it was because of the fact that after the series ended, he started doing films. He did Nomads, and he did
Lawnmower Man
movie, and I can't remember the name of it. No, it's another one. I can't think of it right now. But it's because of those films that they felt he had done enough movies to where it would be a good move to have him, come in. And he did a great reveal. He walked out of the background, kind of shadowed. If you don't recognize that guy right there, let me show that one more time, because this is a face worth mentioning.
He died happy.
I love his movement with the gun. He does a really good job moving around corners. There he is. If you don't recognize him, remember, he died with a smile on his face. It took them days or hours to take the smile from his face.
Was him?
Anybody?
Was
yeah,
him?
It's him. He's Val Kilmer's agent from the movie Top Secret. Same actor. Oddly died in 2 movies with a smile on his face. Yeah.
Wouldn't call that a smile, but okay.
I think he was typecast.
Oh my god.
I do want to point out
die happy.
That Moneypenny, this is her first time playing Moneypenny with Samantha Bond, an actual Bond playing Moneypenny.
Yeah, well, if I remember correctly, everybody but Q was recast in this.
Yeah, and wasn't this kind of considered kind of a reboot?
It's not a reboot.
No,
just because they had a
it was
6-year
meant
break
to be a
doesn't make it a
continuation.
reboot. Yeah.
No, because they had continuation of certain things. The replacement of Gogol with John Rhys Davies, he was considered to bring into this, but then a change was made in the script because that character gets killed, and it was better that they didn't have John Rhys Davies come back. This is a continuation. That jump of 9 years from the opening scene into the show was to show you the jump from Timothy Dalton's era to today.
Now, Gary, you
Yeah.
should have said, no, it is not a reboot.
It's not.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
And this is one of those scenes I've heard other people complain about, that him getting there, being there, was just really a stretch.
Too weird a coincidence, yeah.
Yes, he was an excellent Dr. Fate.
And now he wants to come back as an aging Bond, which, you know, hey, if he can get it, more power to him.
I can see
Okay,
that.
where was the last? Okay, I lost track of where we're at in the comments. Trying to get to this. And Eric Serra's electronic score for the one is dated anyhow. However, this movie itself needed a bit of a contemporary push to it. Yeah, my problem was just some of the tempo beats that he chose. I didn't like them. I'm not fond of this fucking soundtrack.
Well, that's why they only did it for the one movie, and then they switched composers immediately. Like, one guy actually did an entire video where he was breaking down the different ways the soundtrack was done and how different it is from the others. So it's not actually this is per se would be a bad soundtrack. It's just not quite a Bond soundtrack, if that makes sense.
It's hard to match the
No, I
previous
agree.
composers, though.
Yeah.
I watched the Jonathan Rhys, Kerry Russell series. It was a good show. Oh, so it's the longer dance scene. Okay.
I like the banter between those two.
Oh, he does a great job of being kind of a creep. And then full of himself.
He's still so likable because he's funny.
Yeah.
We are so far behind on these fucking comments. Gary, great weapons stream this morning. Thank you, sir.
Yerp.
Thank you very much.
That was a fun one.
Deadly Derek Meddings. Yep, got that one. He had suffered for a year with prostate cancer, and it finally took him. But he got to finish his movie. And I got to tell you, I challenge anybody to tell me with any of the non-visual effects scenes where it's working with scale to miniature, when it's the miniature, when it's the scale, the true scale object. Because goddamn it, man, Meddings did his fucking work in this movie.
The miniatures are so good. It's impossible to tell with most of them. Even knowing that they use a lot of miniatures, you're constantly guessing. Is it not? I don't know. It's just, it looks too good.
And yet it's not. That was a scale scene. Very good. Yep.
They do a great job with Xenia with this, especially because you can just tell she's getting off on killing all these people.
Yeah. No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that. It's really bad, that jump. And if Tom Cruise had done this movie, he would have done that for real. Jumped off the cliff to get to the actual plane while it's falling and then pull it up out of its dive.
The crazy thing, it's not even parachuting. He's just falling. There's no parachute.
Yeah.
We got that one. We got that one. Yeah, Super Cop is a great film. I always loved it, but he's not who he used to be, man. He's gotten old. He admits it. He does not do a lot of his own stunts anymore.
It's got to be kind of what does suck if you're a successful action star. Eventually, your body's just going to give out, and you're in essence competing with your past self because that's what people are going to compare you to, and you just can't do that anymore.
By the way, No Bands is a good film. Not a great film, but it's a good film. Harrison Craig, because Pierce is a Bond fan and enjoys being James Bond, compared to Daniel Craig, who doesn't want to be Bond. Absolutely. It was labor for him.
I do know Pierce got super pissed because they basically didn't tell him they were recasting. They were just kind of like, oh yeah, we'll see you at the next one. Then later on, it's like, oh yeah, Daniel Craig's Bond now.
Oh, that's a shitty thing to do.
I absolutely agree with you.
I don't even remember that one.
And here's something else to point out, because I'm glad you brought up Famke Janssen, because she is good in this film. But can you believe this movie had a 12 rating in England for years? With the sex
I don't know
scenes
how that happened.
and her having an orgasm and shit, killing people. Finally, it got up to a 15. It's like, no shit.
I mean, even the Russian bad guy gets weirded out when she's shooting all that people. And he's standing next to her, giving her that side.
It's
like,
brutal.
Oh my God, she's fucking crazy. She's a sick puppy, man.
And Cal, the guy that we watched for a lot of the information on this, he was talking about, like, he's sitting there next to his dad, like watching this with his dad and mom during that scene where she's having an orgasm, and he felt really uncomfortable and excused himself from the room. Like, that was really, should I be watching this? Are you really okay with me watching this?
I was like, was it 13 or 14 when I saw this movie? So I was just going like, what the hell's wrong with this woman?
And by the way, that is a callback to the Ian Fleming kind of names for girls on the top of
this one is a clever one, though.
Yeah, because
like Toasty Galore or Octopussy. Come on, this one is at least creative.
Yeah, because you have to think on it for on a toppa.
Moneypenny uses it. Moneypenny talks to him shortly, and then she says, "I believe you're going to stay on a top of things." I love that. Great line.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
by the way,
good. That's good wordplay.
Famke is really good at Deep Rising, and I'm trying to do that film. I like that movie because it was supposed to be the movie that came before their version of Kong, because that was supposed to be Skull Island that they were on at the end of the movie, and it just didn't happen.
So the thing that was moving the palm trees was Kong?
What?
The thing that was moving the palm tree?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Kong.
Kong.
Yeah. And they couldn't show it. They weren't supposed to show it, and so therefore it was alluded to, and then the rights fell out of their hands, and it went to Peter Jackson.
Which is funny because isn't Kong in public domain now, so you actually could do it?
Yeah, the funny thing about Pierce Brosnan is that he is absolutely one-woman guy. He is very much about his relationships and being.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, he. It's like I've seen people complain. It's like, oh, she looks ugly. It's like he married a beautiful woman. He still loves her all these years together. That's what you want from a guy.
Yep, absolutely. By the way, I know you're being sarcastic, Tom, because she fucked up and had reconstructive surgery done, and her face got fucked up.
Oh yeah, I couldn't believe it when you showed me.
I don't get why women do that to him. It's like, you're already beautiful. You already have a wonderful face. Don't fuck with it. Don't get your fat removed. Don't get Botox injected, which is basically paralyzing your face into a weird
And
statue.
it creates a smoothness to it that looks weird. It gets shiny. I don't like that. Yeah, Famke was in the X-Men films.
Yeah, she's Jean Grey. Yeah. You know, if I could go back in time, she's one of the women I would go after.
Although Pierce is good with being Bond, it's very noticeable for me anyway that he had to get accustomed to look the part. He heard all of the voices from the past during the set of. Well, yeah, because there's a scene in here where he's interacting with Moneypenny, and he didn't. His walk away from that scene is a really odd, and I agree with Cal on that. That's an odd expression to have after that little bantering he had. It just didn't look right. But he did. He did some seriously good acting in this. Like when he thinks that Alec is dead, 006 is dead. That look on his fucking face is a mixture of anger and
hurt,
pain.
Yeah. By the way, do you know who they originally wanted to play Alec?
No.
Hopkins, but he declined.
Oh, that's right, Anthony Hopkins. Yeah.
That would have been a crazy one. Because, like, which Hopkins would you get?
I got to tell you, he would have been a better Bond villain than Sean Bean. I hate to say that.
I mean, you see Sean Bean, you know he's going to die, so that takes away a lot from a villain.
Well, yeah.
At that point, you didn't know. If you watch the movie in '95, well, now it's about villain. He's gonna fucking die. But
and by the way, he piped up this week. We didn't hear. Brosnan did that. If Eon is interested in doing old, or if MGM is interested in doing old Bond, that he's up for the role.
I'd write that.
Tell me that's not a cool idea. Old Bond with Pierce Brosnan. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, well, since Sean Connery isn't around anymore, fuck yes.
Well, I mean, the question is, would he still be in the agency, or would it be a case of he's retired and he gets brought out of retirement for some reason? Either could be really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask me, Sean Connery's The Rock is Old Man Bond.
Well, yeah, that's the closest we ever got to it, because as far as I could tell with The Rock, they intend it, but obviously they could never officially say it. But it'd be great to have something.
That's what we have gotten. That's what we have gotten had they decided to go Old Man Bond while he was still around. Because that is Old Bond.
Yeah,
playing in that movie.
Yeah, Checky Caro is like a great actor, and I'm glad that they had him instead of John Rhys Davies, because I didn't want that character of Pushkin killed. I liked John Rhys Davies' character and hoped that he would make a return. Never did, sadly.
You know, the joke Bond movie I've always said it'd be hilarious if there was just a Bond movie and it turned out the big bad was just all of his bastard children out for revenge.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, if he got old enough, it'd be hilarious just that it's like his kids just target him. It's like, you abandoned us. Screw you, Dad.
Yeah, right.
That's a little too weird for me.
By the way, Isabella is still fucking hot.
Yes.
Yes.
If you don't keep up with her, she's like ridiculous. She doesn't look like she aged much at all. It's weird. She's just so gorgeous. Famke until X-Men go. Yeah, she's great. She is, in my opinion, one of the best Bond villains. I would put her in the top 10 best Bond villains.
Because she's fucking crazy.
Everyone thinks Famke is a good villain in this film. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, she always was a bit of a squeeze.
Oh,
that's the one I was trying to think of. The Fourth Protocol. That's the one. Thank you, Tom. Yes, this is her first role, or first time playing M. not cocaine, my cocaine. I want to drink. I'm going to snort me some my cocaine.
Not all people know that. By the way, where I think the satire everyone does of Michael Caine comes from, Peter Sellers. Because if you can see him on a talk show and he does the whole, now, he's just like, now, not all people know that. And he just keeps saying that about all these random facts. Not all people know that.
Here's the BMW.
Now, the contract for the BMW. Yeah, the BMW doesn't really get any good scenes. There was a scene written for it that they built the props for with the helicopter with the giant blades that were going to go after it. And they ended up dropping it despite building the props for it. It's in the special features of the DVD Blu-ray. But they brought that back later. And it's used again in not the next film, but I think, is it the next film or the one after that, where they brought the helicopters with the blades? Was that Tomorrow Never Dies?
There's helicopters and Tomorrow Never Dies. There's helicopters and World Is Not Enough.
Yeah, but with the hanging blades to go after the cars.
The thing with this one is the contract with BMW. They made it so late that by the time they would have had to film the action scenes with the car, they only had the prototype, and you can't damage that. So this is why the car only gets very tame scenes, and you don't see any action. They just arrived to the party too late.
Yeah, I think it's World Is Not Enough because it has the helicopter that has like the giant buzzsaw on it that tries killing him.
That's the one I'm talking about. There it is. With the hanging blades. And I've got a picture of it here.
Yeah, because the one in Tomorrow Never Dies is the chopper pilot decides to use the helicopter blades to try to kill them.
This is it right here.
Yeah.
The hanging blades. And they're real. They're used for doing shit, but I thought that was cool.
Sometimes that's the best way to get things is, it's not stuff that people often see, but does exist. Because, as someone who does landscaping stuff, having something like that would be really helpful.
So it's supposed to be in this film, and then they pulled it. It was in the script, and they pulled it. And because it took too long to get the contract with BMW. So the BMW, we don't even get to see the fucking rockets in it. We just hear Q say
because, like I said, you can't destroy a prototype, and that's all they had. So no action scenes with that car. Not allowed.
They do make up for in the next movie because that's still one of my favorite Bond car chases ever. Is the parking
that's the one
garage.
where he's inside the backseat. Yeah,
and he's driving around and he's just having a blast because he knows they can't shoot him.
Right. All right, so let's see. I have left the GoldenEye up poll. Which of these Bond films was the best? And let's see. GoldenEye won. That surprises me.
Okay, me too.
It surprised me because I've always felt that From Russia with Love, it took second place. For Your Eyes Only took third, and fourth place is Casino Royale. Thank you guys for doing the poll. Got a lot of votes on that one too. Let me go ahead and I'll take a snapshot of that. So
I'm trying to remember. Is this the one where Q goes, "That's my lunch"?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Don't touch that. That's my lunch.
Don't touch that. Snatches it from him. That's my lunch.
Speaking of Q, this is the second Bond movie where Q turns a cast into a weapon. We have the arm one.
Yeah, because the guy has one on his arm.
Yeah.
And then it swings and crushes the guy's skull or some shit.
And the cast on his leg is a fucking rocket launcher kind of thing.
Yeah,
that thing does damage, man.
Because Joe Don Baker was in the one of the previous films. The was it the first one with Dalton? Which one came first? I forget which one came first.
What, License to Kill or?
No, I think the other one.
Kill, or was it?
I think it was the other one, his first one.
Living Daylights. Okay,
Yeah.
Living Daylights.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, that's the one with him as Whitaker in the film. And so Joe Don Baker, who is friends with the director of this film, by the way, it's Martin Campbell. And this is something I wanted to talk to you about because all the way up to now, pretty much Richard Maybaum and John Glenn were your Bond guys. John Glenn directed and Richard Maybaum wrote the scripts. This was the first one to break that. And so they went to get Martin Campbell to direct this. And they got Michael France and Jeffrey Kane to come in and polish up the scripts together. And you'll know films like back in 2005, he did the movie, Jeffrey Kane wrote The Constant Gardener. He's worked on some really interesting stuff over the years. I mean, if we go back to his older stuff, he worked on the TV series Bergerac as the lead writer. Cat's Eyes. Does anybody remember that from 85? Nobody?
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
You do. Okay.
Mask of Zorro. That's one of my favorites he did.
Mask of Zorro is what's his name?
Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
And Anthony Hopkins.
And I like both of those films. And but the cool thing about the other writer is he was one of them that worked on Cliffhanger. Remember that one? And he did the Hulk, which I think if it had not had the weird cutaways with the cartoon look, where they tried to make it look like it was on a comic page, would have been a much better film. That film flopped because there was directorial and editorial decisions that were just stupid. He also wrote The Punisher. He wrote the movie Punisher that came out in 2004 with what's his name?
Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane, that's it. And he also wrote the video game. And then he wrote the last Fantastic Four that Fox made that was any good. And it wasn't any good. It was just not very good.
It's so weird, this guy's career, because like his last thing was Cleaner, you know, the Die Hard with Ridley Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Martin Campbell directed.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm not even talking about Martin Campbell yet. I was talking about the writers.
Oh, okay.
So let's get to Martin Campbell. Yeah, we'll get to that. I was talking about the writers. So now we get to him, and he's worked on some interesting films over time. So let's go back to some of his early shit before this. He worked over in England, and he worked on one of my favorite shows that got turned into a movie later with Mel Gibson called Edge of Darkness, which is where he met Joe Don Baker, because Joe Don Baker was the American that was involved in that. He worked on one of my favorite made for HBO movies, Cast a Deadly Spell. Anybody?
No.
Oh my fucking God.
I tried to get that movie and it has been impossible.
I love that fucking movie. Cast the Deadly Spell has one of my favorite actors in it, Fred Ward, who plays a hard-nosed detective in a world where everybody practices magic except him, and his name is Detective H.P. Lovecraft, Harry Lovecraft.
Yeah, look at that. It came out in 91. I was like 7 when it came out, and my parents didn't have HBO.
Dude. He also directed on Homicide: Life on the Street. He did a crappy movie that I thought was better than what it got treated as, No Escape, which had what is his name?
Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta. Thank you.
That movie's awesome.
And Ernie Hudson's in it, and Lance Henriksen. The movie is so much better than the way it got treated. And then, of course, you brought it up, The Mark of Zorro, and then he did the sequel, The Legend of Zorro. I like both those films. I hated the movie Beyond Borders. I didn't think it was very good. And I never watched 10-8 Officers on Duty. I'm guessing that that's some Canadian show, because we don't say 10-8. We say 10-4. And he did Vertical Limit. Holy shit. That was actually not a bad film, man.
Yeah.
That's got Chris O'Donnell, Bill Paxton, Robin Tooney and Scott Glenn, man, great cast.
Yeah, he's got a very, I guess, dynamic career, and then it's highs and lows.
Now, some people say this is a lull in the film. I liked it because it was like you finally got a chance to breathe when you meet this character. And
especially when he has to show the tattoo, right?
No.
Yeah. I fucking love this scene where he's got to get the fucking Russian engine working. He's got to hit it with a sledgehammer. And his character is Jack Wade because, once again, following the continuity from Timothy Dalton's Bond, Felix Leiter is out because he got attacked and limbs bitten off by the shark. In the book, it was his arm and
half his leg,
elbow down, and half his leg. I think it was below the knee amputation. And he went on to be a detective. And then later on, in the later Bond books, his daughter would take over the mantle by working with Bond. She became a CIA operative. But I do like this when he hammers his fucking engine. It starts working.
I can only imagine it's like, Dad, do you have any advice we're going to say? Hey, stay the fuck away from sharks.
By the way, I do like this where he says, his name is Zukowski. He walks with a limp. He says, do you know the guy? Yes, I gave him the limp. That's such a great moment. The Frederick Forsyth, Fourth Protocol. Yeah. Good movie. Good movie. Chase says it would have sounded strange if her surname was on a bottom.
That would be her sister in the sequel.
Read by Nature says Helen Place, probably the fried Max Schreck, which did make me jump.
Yeah,
Judi Dench plays the first female M. Go ahead.
Oh, I think the only person who could play an even crazier character than Xenia would be if you actually had Klaus Kinski in a Bond film.
Oh.
That would have been awful. I mean, good, but it would have been awful for everybody else.
Yeah.
So Judi Dench plays the first female M, and Godfrey John, rest in peace, that actor. He used to work with Werner Fassbinder, the filmmaker, on various movies and TV series. That's cool. Let's see. Chase says, even more strange sounding if her surname was in her back door. Oh, gets another video, Martin.
Really? Another? Oh my God.
Gotta reward the breaches. And it sucks that we didn't have a new back door in so long.
Okay, now I'm gonna give you one that I like then.
I've got to go to the airport. You can let yourself out the back door. There's juice in the refrigerator.
That went dark real fast.
Yeah. Bill M is just a code name. It doesn't stand for anything. It's just a code name for the director of MI6.
Yeah, it's not like Q. Q branch. The Q actually stands for something. Yeah, Quartermaster.
Funny thing though, her name in this movie is Barbara Morsley. So she has an M in her last name, but that's a coincidence.
Well, and oddly, she has a different name as M in Craig's. So she is the same M, but not. She has a different
maybe Morsley is a code name that she changes after a while.
I always kind of thought it was for like mum or mom.
No,
because they sometimes say that in like British type slang for like someone's like an authority figure above you.
Well, it sounds like mom, but it's supposed to be ma'am.
Yeah,
I always like the voice of Dr. Claw on Inspector Gadget. I used to watch it with my son. Like, I'm going to get you, Gadget. The way he did that grumbly, growly voice. I love that.
Yeah.
Speaking of voices, her singing is terrible in this. She's so off key, it hurts.
Oh, Minnie Driver, I know.
Yeah.
It's so weird because like the next film they did she did together with Alan Cumming, Circle of Friends. with young Chris O'Donnell.
Mm.
It's a good movie. It's not like we haven't had old Bond before. Well, we kind of had it with Never Say Never Again, right?
There was another one. It was Roger Moore was in it. It was the one of the dads from Full House, and what's her name that was in The Last Dragon, like Dynasty Destiny. I forgot her name off the top of my head. But
yeah.
By the way, Gene Simmons was the bad guy.
Oh yeah. He did 2 movies. He did the robot movie with Tom Selleck, Runaway, and then he was the villain in one of Dead or Alive with Rutger Hauer.
Whoa, we have a meth raid.
Hey, Mephisto, hi, buddy.
Hi, Raiders.
So,
yeah. I personally think that's one of the best death scenes ever. Is at the end of Dead or Alive, just pulls the grenade out and walks away.
Yep. Shoves it in his mouth, and then
Pulls the pin, walks away.
Pulls the pin, walks away. And a great explosion. So, because Janice, his name is Alec. What is his last name? I forgot his last name. Alec Trevelyan. Trevelyan, something like that.
Alex Trevelyan.
Trevelyan, that's it. He starts telling the classic ads, and the problem is anybody who knows their history really shouldn't feel too bad for them because they made their fucking bed. And agreed, they were abused by the communists, but they sided with the Yazis. And so they were captured. They were prisoners. And they wanted to remain with the British. And the British and the Americans said, we can't. We have a treaty signed with Russia, the Soviet Union. We have a fucking treaty signed. We have to turn you over. That's the rules. Because, I'm sorry. And of course, they were immediately slaughtered by the Soviets.
Yeah.
But you can only feel so sorry for them because even though they hated the Russians, they sided with the Yazis.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Like, the more you find about things that were going on, it's like, we're kind of Russian people telling us that, we should totally align against the Germans and should totally ally with Russia.
I can't pause the movie to go back to talk about this scene. I have no controls now.
Where he puts her on the stove and burns her ass. I love that. And she still gets kind of off on it. She's so weird.
Well, she's a sadist masochist, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
She's just
a psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the sadism. She's a fucking psycho that gets off on killing and hurting people. And
getting hurt.
Yeah.
So this is what the fuck happened? Because we were at the scene where we were at the scene where he threw the thing and hit that guy when he came into the room to interrupt while she was trying to kill him in the steam room. Isn't that what we're anyway?
Yeah, that was way before that scene.
So I don't know. I don't know where we're at now. We're at the Cossack scene.
Yeah, and this is a great just environment. It's all the old Soviet monuments toppled over. It's a great visual metaphor for basically what the entire movie is about, which is the fall of the Soviet Union.
Coltrane did come back with Pierce Brosnan. Yes, that's it's not official, but we all kind of agree that's Bond. That's Bond.
I just feel still not Scottish.
Oh, he must be so disappointed.
Yeah. Funny thing with The Rock is Sean brought in his own writer to do a lot of his lines.
Okay, I'll give you your bakalaka that.
I've got 5 terrorists going southeast on Bakalakadaka Street.
I like him. My father went nuts and off my mom, so I blame the world. Okay.
Well, it's the basic core of a villain. I always say the hero will go through something terrible and they'll go, "This was pain was terrible. I want no one else to ever go through what I did." Villain goes through the same thing and goes, "That was a terrible experience. The world must know my pain."
Yep. So this is great because he gets darted, knocked out, put inside. This is one of those great Bond fucking moments where instead of just putting a bullet in Bond's brain, they got to set up this whole fucking scenario where he's inside of a helicopter, wakes up just before dying, and is able to figure out how to hit the emergency ejection thing with his head. Even though almost every vehicle I've ever known, it's pull. You have to pull up on it to eject. This one has this little thing next to the head, right where he can plant his forehead into it.
Of course, that is precisely put there because if the helicopter rocks, the pilot can eject them by accident.
Gary, in the private chat is a link to that scene.
Look, I can insert more hilarious that, let me get this straight. You have an ejector seat in a fucking helicopter. Fire up into the blades.
No, it
they come off
first.
Yeah, they come off.
At least.
Yeah, because the scene I wanted to go back to that somehow I don't know what happened is where he's in the hotel in the Roman style pool, and the gecko Roman pool, and then he gets up to go into the hot room, and she's in there and starts fucking fighting with him, but she's having an orgasm doing it.
Play the video without sound. I put it in a private chat.
It's okay.
It's just
I know I saw
something.
it. I know it's okay. I'm not going to play it. I don't want to get claimed. And so basically she's like humping the hell out of him, trying to crush his fucking ribs and cut off his air supply because she's got like massive fucking
thighs.
And
she doesn't have. And the guy
he keeps slamming her. Yeah, she's got thin thighs, a model's thighs. But anyway, so he's slamming her into the wall a couple of times. Some guy comes in and goes, "Hey guys, you want to keep it down?" And I don't know who threw it. Was it her or him?
Him. He puts her ass on the stove and throws the water bucket at the guy.
Yeah, knocking him
so
stupid.
Funny.
It's funny as hell. By the way, so the whole plan is for the helicopter they're in to fire those heat-seeking rockets that come back and hit itself. Is that it's sort of, that's worse than the fucking laser. Like a freaking laser in Goldfinger.
It's still better than drag them over the corals.
And there's a reason Austin Powers came out the year after this.
Yeah. Austin Powers, the best Bond movie ever.
No, I'm going to just presume it went all to plan.
Yeah.
Charles Gray, he was the guy who was in Dr. No, playing one character and then returned to play Blofeld. Right? Isn't it who you're talking about?
Well, Tom Sayers in here. He played Blofeld in Diamonds
Are Forever. And a good guy in You Only Live Twice. Yeah, I knew he's in two. He plays two different characters, like Joe Don Baker. He's also in the Rocky Horror Picture Show movie.
It's crazy how many people were in that movie that went to places and like all over the spectrum. I mean, one of my favorites is the guy that actually created the Rocky Horror Picture Show is in a film called Dark City, and he plays one of the head antagonists, and he does a great job there.
Everybody does a great job in Dark City. God damn, I love that movie.
Diamonds is my least favorite Bond film ever. It's too fucking weird. Morning, Mr. Bond. Yeah, so it's like he escapes the villains only to be caught by the Russians. And again,
Could then
Checky
get
was better for
killed.
this part. Because if John Rhys Davies had come in for this role, which he originally was supposed to play, then his character would have died. And I was hoping he would come back, but he never did. Sadly. Yeah, I figured that, Gambit.
Yeah, because it's a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania.
Yeah. Transylvania. Yeah, I love it. That movie cracks me up. Checky's a really good
Rocky
actor.
Horror.
The film that he did this was what was that movie called? The French director that did The Professional.
Luc Besson.
La Femme Nikita. He did La Femme Nikita with
Luc Besson.
Well, I've already gotten past that. I just need to do to move to the next thing, which is the name of the movie in my head. So Luc Besson, and it was La Femme Nikita. And in La Femme Nikita, Checky plays the guy who is her handler, who ends up taking sympathy on her.
La Femme Nikita is such a weird thing in that you have the movie and then they did like 2 TV series on it, and the second one is almost nothing like the movie at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like either of the shows because they were just, it wasn't. I like the first movie. I don't even really like the American version, which is, what was it? Nowhere to Turn, whatever the fuck it was called.
Point of No Return.
A great cast. Point of No Return. Fuck that movie. I like La Femme Nikita. Fucking great movie.
Yep. I mean, Cameron worked on the second one, so, you know.
It's a terrible. I watched the trailer, read what they were doing, and I'm like, this is more of your fucking DEI crap. Fuck off. I mean, you already got a major character as a female, and you're not satisfied with that. You got to go even further. It's like, fuck hitting the goal line. We're going beyond the bleachers, guys. Just keep going. Fuck that. Fuck people write like that.
Well, I mean, yeah, using one of his assassins because a lot of people don't expect it, though.
The only good one was the first one, the TV series. Even though I didn't watch it because I wasn't interested in it because I'm a fan of the film. I actually worked with the chick that played the main character in that when I did that movie. What was it called? Not Warhammer. Fuck, it's Blue Ferrigno.
Wow,
some superhero film I worked on.
I think my favorite take on Nikita after it came out is a South Korean film called The Villainous, which has some amazing action scenes if you've ever seen those.
Peter Wilson, Gary?
Yeah, Peter Wilson, the Aussie chick, yeah. I saw her, I never watched the show. I was aware of it. I saw her in an interview and I really liked her. She was on Conan O'Brien one night. She was funny. And that's where I learned that Faustus is not a beer that's drunk by anybody from Australia. Nobody from there drinks that. That is an export only.
It's kind of an impressive campaign advertising because, you know, their whole thing was like, it's Australian for beer and no Australian drinks it.
Now you got to say it right. Faustus, Australian for beer. Because if you're from there, for some reason, they don't put the sound at the beginning. They just say Australia.
Oh yeah, they're like the Australians are the reason where tranny exists because they just shorten transvestite.
They have the weirdest dialect that all English-speaking people have.
Yep.
So how they pulled off the scene is really interesting because they actually did drive the Russian tank with British treads on it because British treads are softer on the underside. And because the Russians were terrified it would tear up the streets. So they put British tracks on them, British treads, and used it on the vehicle. But a bulk of the action is actually done on a set.
Most of it, actually, because the Russian government wouldn't have it. Them going wild. And still, it looked
they wouldn't
so
allow
real.
the action to take place in the street.
When they cut from the studio scenes to the real one where they drive through the streets, it looked so real that people got upset. Because they thought they really did damage. Yeah.
They thought that they had broke the deal with them and went ahead and shot the action scenes on the streets. They're like, no. All of that's in a studio, a back lot.
And they had 2 Russian people involved with building the studio lot that they wouldn't want their names on it. They said, like, yeah, fuck off. We help you with this, but leave us out of it. And it took 6 weeks to get that scene, all in all.
It's it's one of those fun spy concepts. It's like just drive a tank through the road in a chase scene.
And it's so cool.
The only script I was aware of that was going to be shot was it was called In the Company of a Lady. And so that must be the script that Wilson wrote. Interesting, Gambit.
But yeah, it's about time for me to go. So thanks for having me for this fun little film.
Oh, is it already time?
Yeah,
yep.
It is.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Take it easy, and we'll see you next time, okay?
Bye, have a good one, everyone.
Bye, Shanetsky.
Shanetsky.
I can't help it. People are talking to my ear.
Say what?
Because of the delays and stuff, you guys are still talking in my ears when I'm trying to say bye to him. It's not your fault. It's just it gets fucked up by the time I try to say it. They get you talking in my ear. Not just you.
But I wanted to say something about the tank scene because it's so cool how he relaxed and leaning back drives that fucking tank through the city and even adjusts his tie. He's badass.
Oh, at one point, yeah, he fixes his tie. Yeah.
While driving the tank.
And look at him stepping out like he goes, that was a nice little ride. And absolutely that was not a miniature, that was a full-scale, full-size tank in that tunnel.
Interesting.
And the real interesting thing from that Read by Nature is that there were 3 or 4 key scenes in that script that ended up being spread out between 3 of the Bond films that Brosnan did. I like how cold and aloof he is. Pierce brought the cold back when he's got a gun. Like when he points the gun at her, it says, foreplay's over. He's just calm, cool, and collected. And I like that. The fact is, a lot of people feel that Brosnan was more Bond than Connery and Roger Moore or Timothy Dalton. That he brought both the physicality and the suave debonair.
I prefer Dalton over him.
So he kind of, I do too, but I understand how people feel that way. It was not, my friend. It was full scale. In fact, they show you the scene as he's climbing off of it and getting out and walking out of the tunnel.
Well, maybe the impact was with a mock-up.
What?
We watched behind the scenes of making of shit, and they wouldn't say that it's full scale if it wasn't. These guys do their research.
No, I mean, forget about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you were saying.
Forget about it.
The Russian train, I don't know how they did this train, I got to be honest. It looks so fucking cool.
It looks evil.
It is a callback. It's a callback to the old fucking cold Russian Soviet trains. It's crazy looking, scary looking. It looks like a nose.
What confused me was you see the outside of the train and it appears to have no windows at all. And then you get to the inside when he gets rid of the driver and all of a sudden there's windows. But they're not even that small. So that was weird. That's what she's trying to find him, right, boys?
Yep. He's tracking him and he's like, we're going to blow up. And she's trying to get that trace. And then that's it, out of time. And they got to jump out of that train. Because it's going to explode.
It's funny how she's playing
but
him.
She got the information.
Yep. Cuba.
That they found him down in Cuba. Yeah, and sadly, he would have gotten 3 films if the legal wranglings hadn't taken place with MGM. And ironically, let's bring this up. What ended up happening is you got this fucking guy that had bought Canon films and shit, suddenly jumped in and was like going to do a what do they call that? A forced merger where he was going to buy the company. They were looking at 1.8. Was it 1.8 billion? He was going to go for 1.2, and hostile takeover. That was what hostile takeover, and legal shenanigans happened, man. And on top of all of that, like I said, Cubby Broccoli sued MGM for the delays. He said, "You are delaying us," And there's that fear that if they didn't make a Bond movie, that they could get taken over. And it almost happened again just recently. We had a guy from Austria that lived down in Dubai, huge Bond fan. Do you remember this, Martin?
I do.
And he was going to opt to buy, force them to sell him Bond because they hadn't made a film in a certain period of time. And boy, oh boy, man, the Broccolis immediately just bent a knee and gave it. Made a deal with Amazon. Amazon offered them a deal and they took it because they knew if they didn't take it, this guy was going to do a hostile takeover. That is a movie we will cover, but I don't want to because I'm not fond of that movie.
Nobody wants to, Gary.
Keith does. Keith loves that movie.
Yeah, Keith is never here for James Bond. We have a breach again.
Oh, come on.
Did he already get one?
Yeah.
If he already got one, he's got his fill then.
Yeah, you're shit out of luck, Cavatino. Anima says.
Yeah. One per show. It's in the small print.
Anima has spoken.
I'm the bossette, I mean.
But yeah, I remember the gorilla. I remember him running around in a clown suit. And I'm just like, what am I fucking watching? Oh, I hated that movie. I hated the name. Pop Culture Minefield during COVID. Pierce did a review of this movie. Oh, he did? What did he say? I don't remember that. I'm not even going to repeat that, Xander.
Nope.
So I'm assuming that he liked this film.
Oh.
I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't like it. He was dying to play Bond. And then Timothy got it. He loved playing Bond.
The closest thing to action you get to see with this BMW is when
the tossing of the key.
Jack Wade takes the car and spins the car around.
Yeah.
Yep.
But what an introduction, man.
Sander, YouTube will delete this channel because of you.
No, we're way more fucked up than that.
Was a touchy, ongoing hassle on behalf of the bankers, which rather upset Broccoli to no end. Yeah, it probably led to him dying. I can't remember. It was long ago. Well, what they did is they knew that guy in Dubai was trying to take Bond out from under them, Eon. And so Amazon sent them a deal, not the best deal in the world, but a deal they could not say no to because they retained their financial rights to Bond. All they were giving up is the creative rights, and they gave up the creative rights to Bond, to Amazon, which is the day that my heart sank, and I went, no, that's it.
Look who's here.
Hi, 11 Alpha, and also eat shit. It's almost midnight here. We're not starting over.
So, yeah, because people expect me to get excited over Denny being hired to direct it, and I'm like, oh, the guy who fucked up Dune? Yeah. I'm stoked over that. And then, and I got to be honest, Blade Runner 2049, it's a good film. It's not fucking great. And I didn't think it was a real Blade Runner sequel. It doesn't feel like one. So anyway, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of the guy. But then they bring on a really good writer, the guy who created and wrote Peaky Blinders. And I'm like, well, he knows how to write men and women. He's like the British Taylor Sheridan.
Well, we all know the secret to writing women so well, right? Take a man, and then you take away all the logic.
Reason.
And accountability.
Reason and accountability. Yeah. It's been a while since I saw that last, but yeah, that's how you write good women.
How do you do it? She's like, how do you do it? And she's holding her heart on her chest and the other one on her head. She's, how do you do it? How do I do what? How do you write women so well? I take away reason. I think of a man, and then I take away reason and accountability. And the look on her fucking face looked like somebody just shit in her salad.
Yeah. He ripped
but I like how he says to her so joyously, I think of a man, and then I take reason and accountability. Okay, around the world. Okay.
Nifty. So this is so cool because the Jack Wade told him there was nothing there. Our guys haven't seen anything there. And the funny part is he's about to fucking leave. And he would have reported back, we saw nothing. because they couldn't see anything. There's no way there's anything here. It's just a big fucking crater lake. And then somebody from under the water fires a fucking rocket, a ground-to-air fucking missile, and it hits the plane, and it makes them crash, and then they get captured. And I'm like, 5 more seconds, they were gone.
Yep.
It's not even ground to air. It's fucking submarine to air.
By the way, nothing.
Well, it's a ground to air rocket that was used.
Nothing in that scene is well done. Nothing worked like that.
No, it made no sense for the villains to do that. I'm like, why did they do that? He was turning to leave.
They could have killed him when he was giving himself in when 006 got killed. If they really wanted.
They could have killed him when they have him unconscious.
I know.
Hell, instead of shooting a dart to his neck, put a freaking bullet in his head, and that's it. But no. And then you ask, why Martin does not like Bond? Or said like that.
I still.
I'm sorry, guys. I had no idea he felt that way.
Everybody knows. Every time we talk Bond, I made that abundantly clear.
I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, I had no idea.
Yes, do it. Do it.
We still have 20 minutes left in this, and I'm falling asleep here, so I don't want to pause it too much.
So there's this new ginger actor who they're rumoring to possibly be something with Bond. But the irony is every single photo they put out of this guy, they have him lit from above. So it hides his fucking eyebrows and makes him look like a freak. And what is that guy's name? British actor Scott Rose Marsh.
I don't see him as Bond. I'm sorry. Even in the photos where he has darker hair and looks a little more rugged, I don't think he's a good choice.
Wait. Wasn't Aaron Taylor Johnson supposed to be Bond?
No, they're just rumors. Nobody fucking knows. These people like to fucking talk about shit and they don't fucking know. So
here she comes.
The photos making the rounds are fucking ridiculous. They shit you not. So
oh my god. Look what Reed says about that.
What?
Ginger Bond. So no daytime.
It's not like we never had them. Roger Moore was a fucking ginger-ish.
He was a ginger. Anybody with brown hair is a ginger. They're just dark ginger.
Dylan Mulvaney, the next Bond. Okay.
Well, Eddie Redmayne was one of them that was up to play him too.
Nah, I don't see him.
It was in the considerations, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think so either. He's not.
His face is too weird.
They need somebody who's somewhat mannish, that looks like a guy. And
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
I think Aaron Taylor's would make a good Bond. I happen to agree on that.
11 proposed Shuri Gatwa as Bond.
Oh God, he would suggest that one, you weirdo.
I don't even know who that is.
That's the guy the gay guy that took over playing
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
By the way, this lake and the dish emerging miniature, and you wouldn't believe it looking at it.
What? It's obvious. Looks like from the days of Ultraman.
Looking like a man.
No, I was surprised finding out that was really all of it a miniature.
Oh no, I spotted all the miniatures in the movie.
Yeah, but you would be surprised how small that was. You'd think they'd build it bigger.
Okay, so let's pause this for a second. Pull it down. Move. Add stage. This is the actor And these are some of the photos that they released in the press. That's one of them. Terrible photo. Let me get another one here. Share screen.
Okay.
This is just terrible photos. I swear to God, these are terrible photos of this guy from a while back. Because he's older now. He's older. So this is one of the guys they've got going. And of course, no, because these are terrible fucking photos. And let's see, where's the other one? This one's the worst. I fucking hate this photograph. This is just terrible. And again, these are older photos. He's older now. These are when he was young, okay? And then you get more contemporary photos of him, and all of a sudden, he looks like a fucking man. And this is how he looks today. I can see that as Bond. He looks pretty rugged. Looks about the right age. I don't think that's ever going to happen, Shay. I really don't.
Oh, no, it won't.
He is too well known now and worth too much money. I think he would have been. I mean, he was good in Man from U.N.C.L.E., for God's sakes. With that terrible army archer. Ugh.
Army archer. Oh, yeah.
I like that movie. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Gambit.
Oh, no, 11 Alpha. Bad 11 Alpha. Bad.
What did he do? Oh,
if they want to.
Fuck no.
No.
Please, no.
No.
Would that make Meghan Markle a Bond girl?
First of all, he turned his back to England, so that disqualifies him.
She would be Bond, and he would be the Bond girl.
No, she would be the Bond villain.
Yeah, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I like that movie. I knew what you meant, Gambit. I remember I speak and read typo. Happy that Glenn Powell and Austin Butler made it known they believe James Bond should be British. Yeah.
Has to be.
And I liked it when Christopher Nolan said that if he were to do Bond, he would do it as a period piece. He would go back to the late 50s, early 60s, because Bond exists in a Cold War era.
That's when he works best, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that one before, Tom. Elliot Page's Bond. So I can't remember who that was made that joke, and they even did a photo, and I'm like, oh, fuck off. Oh, man, I got to bleach my eyes now. Damian Lewis, back in the day, I agree. I think that was Reed that said that. Yeah, Reed said that. Absolutely would have made a good Bond. They would have had to darken his hair because...
Wait a minute, Bill.
What?
He wasn't British? He was Australian, I think. Yeah. Well, but he sucked anyway.
No. Remember, he's from there, so he's Australian.
Yeah, I didn't like him.
Second-hand
he's
British?
Australian for Bond.
That's right. They're second-hand British because they were a punishment colony at first. So yeah.
They still are colonists. They still are under the crown.
Yeah, but they're not prisoners anymore.
No, they're not prisoners. Well, really, they are.
Yes, they are.
Does anybody really live in Australia by? Does anybody really live in Australia by choice? Come on, man.
Every animal there wants to kill you and then some. So no, it doesn't sound like a sound.
I told you, Microsoft Australia wanted to hire me back in the 90s to go over there as a graphic designer. And I looked at the package. They sent me everything. And I'm like, God damn, that's some good money. So a buddy of mine who lives in Australia was really excited about it. He like sent me some videos. He goes, oh, well, and he thought it was funny. Sent me some videos to get me acclimated to the idea of going to Australia. And it was about, it's not the most poisonous spider in the world because it's finally gotten beat. The banana spider, or they call the Brazilian roaming spider, is actually the most toxic spider in the world, venomous. And its venom is the most toxic, so anima. But the funnel web spider, it's not so much that it's one of, like in the top 3 most venomous spiders in the world, is the fact that it's a common spider and it's got fangs the size of that fork. Fuck that. I don't want to be bit by that. And it's like in your laundry. It's like, I watched a guy shooing one off out of his house on a YouTube video. And I'm like, fucking get fire. Kill it with fire. You know? And then, of course, most poisonous snake in the world, which I've heard the argument that the sea snake is the most poisonous snake, but the most poisonous land snake is the Australian brown snake. And boy, oh boy, you got those two, you've won. I'm not going. Not going to Australia. This is it right here. Look at this. Look at this.
Irish.
Oh, he's Irish.
That's close enough.
He's born in Ireland.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, but he's not Northern Irish. He's Southern Irish. He's true Irish. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that fucking earth down below. How garbage that looks.
Yeah, it's so bad.
This is the worst fucking visual effects I've ever seen was in this movie.
Isn't it the Phoenix?
What?
Isn't it the Phoenix? The shipping with the first warp drive was tested.
Oh,
look at it.
I don't know.
Look at it.
Kind of looks like it's not long enough though. But then again, it's not
the
length.
Russian version.
It's not the length that's important. It's the motion of the ocean.
Oh.
I don't think Pierce is from Northern Ireland, man.
No, he's from Ireland. And he was not born in Dublin.
He's from County Louth.
Yeah.
One of these Irish words that's fun to try to pronounce. Drogheda. The Irish and the Scottish, man, and the Welsh, all of them with their fucking Gaelic names for everything.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck off.
He has the Irish and the American citizenship, so no, definitely not born in Northern Ireland. If he has the Irish
I checked. He's not. He's Southern Irish. And I love his Southern Irish accent. It really comes out in that new series he's doing, Mobland. Oh my God.
I'm looking forward to season 2. The series is so good.
Oh me. Oh
Didn't
me.
disappoint in one episode. Not
me.
one.
You know I would go to hell and back for you.
I mean, and Helen Mirren on his side. Come on, it doesn't get better than that. That cast is awesome.
Helen Mirren, if you watch that show, is a psychopath. Her character is a fucking psycho. So her and her grandson are born to fucking destroy the world.
But she plays it so well that you can't hate her. She's so good in this.
Oh,
She's
man.
An awesome villain.
Yeah, there you go, Bill. Man. Get your head a sugar.
I love the sound of that.
What the fuck is that?
Well, and Bill knows, like, there's two ways to tell this joke. If you're Irish and you talk to a Scotsman, you say, well, a Scotsman trusts an Irishman who never learned to swim. And then if it's the other way around, a Scotsman says an Irishman is just a Scotsman that never learned to swim.
Don't the Irish say they gave the Scottish people
yeah, that's an old joke.
They never figured it out.
Yeah, the joke goes like this. It says, because this is told to me by an Irish friend of mine. He says, you know, the the Irish gave the Scottish bagpipes as a joke, and they're so stupid they haven't figured it out yet. It's funny. They use their bagpipes are different though. They're slightly different if you see Irish bagpipes compared to the Scottish. I got to tell you, I prefer Scottish bagpipes over the Irish. It's got a better sound. It's got greater resonance. See, that's what I'm telling you right there. Fuck the Welsh, fuck the Irish, and fuck the fucking Scottish when it comes to spelling the names of towns. Fuck off with that shit. Spell it the way it's fucking pronounced. Yeah, Bush says, yeah, we love the bagpipes. I've had haggis. It's actually good. Won't eat it again, but I said, I'm going to try this.
Oh.
Helen Blaze just shrugs. I don't know. Yeah, I know. There you go. Right there. Welsh town. Read that one. It's not real, but that's what it looks like.
It is. I think it is, though, because there is a Welsh town with a name that's fucking long like that. And mostly consonants.
It's fucking stupid. And when they say it, it sounds nothing like the way it's spelled.
And I trust Bush that he found the original fucked up Welsh
This
town.
fight scene is 99% both actors.
Yep.
I would go as far as to say 99.5. There's a single tumble backward that is not Pierce Brosnan, where he goes over the table.
And it's just as brutal as the fight scene on the train.
I fucking thought this is one of, other than the famous fight between Connery and the other Welsh Irishman, Roy, what is his name? I forgot his
Batty?
name. God damn it.
Roy Batty?
From Jaws. He played the boat owner, Quint.
Oh.
Quint. Stop trying
Robert
to guess.
Shaw. Robert Shaw.
Robert Shaw. Thank you. Wait for the clues. I will give you hints.
Well, you say Roy. I was thinking Roy Scheider.
I went Roy. No, not Roy Scheider. And it's like, I got to work my brain. I got to work it backward. So it's not Peace like Guy Pierce. Oh, Pierce. But Pierce like Pierce Brosnan. Yeah. Or like my grandfather. My grandfather's name is spelled like Pierce Brosnan. My grandfather's first name is Pierce. Pierce Everett Cassell.
They just kept misspelling it in the chat, so I eventually had to say something because it tickles me. I'm a language nerd. I hate names misspelled. I hate things misspelled.
All right.
And mispronounced.
Here we go. I got to play the video.
What?
All right, here we go. Got to play the video. It's a
book
bookend scene because you first get this. Hello, I'm doing something. Golden. Now I've lost my fucking place. Okay, so twice in the film he delivers the line. It's a bookend scene.
James, for England. For England, Alec.
And that's how it starts. But he opens it by saying, James, for England. And now he says it the other way.
For England, James? No. For me.
And it's also a callback to Roger Moore's line when he leaves the girl in that hut in the mountains, and she says, "But James, I need you," and he says, "So does England." And just skis away.
England. So this is a great scene. I really do like this, but it goes over the top because then after he drops him, he somehow is still alive. Which I'm like, he fell head first. Nobody's surviving that.
No,
they wanted to be able to look up and see the thing coming down. And I'm like,
the cut is great though. The cut from him screaming to Boris screaming because the satellite is burning up. That was great.
But when they do the take of him landing, he lands flat, not on his head.
Yeah, but he's going down head first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
how it works.
Because he's being top heavy. If you start out going down top first, you are not going to suddenly land flat.
Well, he's a bad cat.
Okay, yeah, cats.
No, you go splat when you fall from that height.
So he gets on the landing skid, which I don't know how the helicopter got close enough for him to jump. I'm like, that's
She forced the pilot. She forced the pilot to do it.
Physically impossible. It's
I
physically
know.
for those blades to be able to get that close to where he was hanging. They're like, no, that's not happening. They could go below him, but then he's got to make it through the blades.
Interesting theory, Bush.
Oh,
hey, it's here.
Oh, come on.
Stephen, hi.
Hello, hello.
Little late, but
yeah,
thanks for showing up.
I had a show.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were streaming on
selfish
Saturday
prick.
too.
I know. How
That's
dare
why you're not,
I?
This
have
That's
my
why
own
you're not
show.
joining us anymore for Saturdays. Huh. You suck.
No, I should be back. I should be back for the next one.
I hope so. So this is kind of cool because this was meant to be for the American crowd, because this is the first Bond film to be premiered in the United States.
In New York.
And so this ending is such a huge nod to our military.
Gary, it's the first Bond movie to be premiered in New York. There was another one premiered in San Francisco a little earlier.
Oh, okay. Well, first time in New York. But what makes this scene great is if you look, you can actually see all the Marines. All those little bushy looking things in the background.
That's not natural.
That's a fucking Marine.
Yeah.
It's still a funny ending though.
They look like moguls on a ski course. These fucking little bumps in the background, those are all fucking Marines. And he has no idea. And Wade comes walking up to him, Jack Wade. And then he goes, Marines, show yourselves.
And all of a sudden, there are 3 helicopters that made no sound approaching.
Yeah, somehow
them.
come up out of
Bullshit.
nowhere. Exactly. They were on silent mode, like Blue Thunder.
Airwolf.
Auto rotation. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, she's like, I'm not getting in any more transportation with you. No. But he makes her. And I guess they have some debriefing to do now.
And by the way,
of course,
just so people know the truth of what happened. And I looked it up after we saw him talk about it. It's true that Broccoli liked Dalton a lot. But the fact is the decision was made to move on without him. But they wanted him to be able to save face. So they allowed it to be said that he wasn't able to reprise the role because he had concerns after such a long break. And on top of that, he was in the middle of doing that film.
Yeah, also, his contract had ended. And after such a long time, he wouldn't be able to just make one movie. It would have to be a 5-year contract to do 3, maybe 4. And he didn't want to get stuck with the role as the official version. We're never going to
for another 10 years. Yeah, he done Joe Dirt wrong. Anybody who watched Joe Dirt knows that Joe Don Baker was in that. Yeah, whisper mode. Bill Barkley with the Blue Thunder.
Tomorrow Never Dies. Honestly, never seen it.
I have, but I don't remember.
Not that much of a movie, really.
I do like this one quite a bit.
He actually had something from pretty much all 3. And I'm not talking about Lazenby. He had a little bit of Connery. He had a whole lot of Roger Moore. And he had a bit of Timothy Dalton. The big difference is Pierce is actually better at the cheeky humor because Dalton is not. Dalton was not good at that, which is why he didn't want to do it. He didn't think it was Bond-like. But it is in his books, those little things. And he did make little comments. Remember that anime? I was like, there, see? He just made a Bondism. But he said it in such a way, it was very quiet, like almost under his breath. Yeah, but the media faking a story and trying to make it come true isn't as crazy an idea anymore. No, they do. They do it all the time. How old? I mean, you got to realize that if you say something is true long enough, it becomes the truth. That's what they believe. Idiots. How old was the oldest actor to play Bond? Was it Moore? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moore was beyond retirement age. He was ready to retire before he even did For Your Eyes Only. He was getting long in the tooth then. And that's why it's kind of creepy with the two females in their 20s. Even though one's supposed to be 16, she was actually like 20. And the other girl, the Greek chick, she was a French actress. She was actually 21. And it's like, you know, guy in his 50s shouldn't be fucking going after girls that age. That's creepy. It's creepy. That's why I hated the ending. Because through the whole film, he was more like almost like a father figure with her. And then all of a sudden they do naked time right at the end. And I'm like, uh-oh, not cool. This film is not campy. It does have some ridiculous, typical tropes in it that, like, tying him up inside of a helicopter and launching rockets out of that helicopter that will turn back and explode on itself. Just was way wasteful. Like
no.
Dr. Evil. It was Dr. Evil level stuff.
Yeah, don't focus on the criticism. Focus on the irony of the whole paragraph.
It can't be. I didn't like Craig. You're a Bond because I was jaded vet then and wanted more campy fun. Griffin, you're a dick, Alpha. You're somebody that just cannot be satisfied.
Nothing will be never enough for him.
Wait, who's in Brazil? What did you say?
Brazil.
Yeah, Jonathan Pryce.
Jonathan Pryce.
I love Pryce, man. I love him. I thought he was not a very good villain in Tomorrow Never Dies. We've had much better.
Even though he can play a good villain. I mean, obviously, Something Wicked This Way Comes, the first movie I ever saw him in.
Dark is scary as shit. But I didn't feel he was very menacing.
Game of Thrones.
They tried to say that he wasn't the guy that owns Fox and all that shit. What's his name?
Rupert
Australian guy, Rupert Murdoch. But then when his bio came out, his bio matches the bio of the villain in Tomorrow Never Dies. It's the same fucking bio. And it's like, oh, you lying sacks of shit. You completely based him off Rupert Murdoch. Back then, we had Bond video games.
What do you mean back then? GoldenEye was remastered for Xbox. It came out like 2-3 years ago. And we're about to get another game, but that doesn't look so good.
I don't know how to feel about it because they're doing a younger Bond, like before he reached his 00 status.
Yeah, a Bond that is...
He's Commando. Navy Commando.
And he isn't permitted to say his own name because everybody has to say his name before he can.
What?
Yes, there's a scene in which he's been introduced and let somebody ask, what's his name? I say, oh, the name is, and a woman, of course, says Bond. His name is just Bond. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to watch that. That sounds stupid as fuck.
It is.
Any Bond movies until No Time to Die. Yeah, No Time to Die. Great title. Terrible fucking movie. And I did get, by the way, Bill Barkley, I got a copy of a fan edit of that film. And I have not watched it yet. But I was told that it makes it palatable. It takes out a lot of the stupid shit. So I'm going to wait to see. But if it still shows Felix Leiter being killed, I'm going to get angry. Because Felix Leiter did not get killed in the Bond books. He fucking survived the shark attack. And by the way, the shark attack actually took place in Live and Let Die.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember hating any Bond movie, so there we go.
And Leiter shows, and this is the books I'm talking about. Leiter shows up in Man with the Golden Gun, and I think that's after the shark attack, isn't it?
Well, he becomes a detective at one point.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd have to check that. I've got the books. I've got all the books, so I'll look it up. Spectre wasn't good, but I didn't hate it. I hated No Time to Die, but it hated me first. There you go. Yeah. That's it. Return it. You know.
So much hate.
It's like that. It's like that line from Lethal Weapon. God hates me. Well, hate him back. It works for me. Fucking Raj and Murtaugh. The cover story they gave for his death was a direct nod to Robert Maxwell, just like Maxwell's dad, who was former Mossad.
Yeah.
And what's being said that I have read is that he was killed by Mossad. And I don't know what to think about that. That's crazy. Killing their own people. Spectre was nowhere near as coherent as Casino Royale had been. Yeah, look, man, you're not going to get any arguments on me in that. I didn't like Spectre. Did not like it. I didn't like No Time to Die. I kind of liked Skyfall.
Yeah, Skyfall was okay.
I liked the film that none of you guys like. The second one that he did, which is basically, to me, it's the conclusion of Casino Royale.
I like
Even though you got to go through a bunch of shit. You got to go through a bunch of shit to get to it. The fact is, I didn't mind that story. I liked Olga's character. I felt sorry for her. She's broken, man, and he has to save her in the end. She does all of this and stands her fucking ground, only to collapse finally at the end. Not able to handle it because of the fire. What? Why did Gary ignore my gay yet heartfelt apology? You can,
because I didn't show it up because it's
no apology is ever needed, my friend, ever.
He was apologizing about the delay, but that is an ongoing issue that we just don't know how to fix.
Yeah, we don't know.
Now,
is that what you're talking about? Dude, don't worry about it. You thought I snapped at you. I was not snapping at you, man. They know what my snapping sounds like.
He's just getting frustrated with the delay.
Yeah, it's not you. I was getting frustrated with the delay. Don't worry about it, buddy.
Bush, now you have to apologize for having apologized.
Yeah, apologize for apologizing me unnecessarily.
Yes,
go try the Canadian.
But even more gay and more heartfelt.
Gay and heartfelt Canadian. Heartfelt. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Stephen. There you go. You nailed it. More as well as Bond was Simon Templar and the Persuaders. Yeah. I like the Persuaders series with Tony Curtis. It was a fun show. I've got all the episodes on my hard drive. I can just watch them whenever I want. What's this? QoS. What is that?
Quantum of Solace.
Oh.
Yeah.
Abbreviations annoy me when people do them. Quantum of Solace. I got your read. Okay. Villain's actor desperately asked to have some sort of scar in an effort to make him seem more like a Bond. All Bond villains are supposed to have scars.
Yeah. Not now, because scars cannot be associated with evil.
Well, either scars or some other physical abnormality, like the one with the webbed fingers.
No, you cannot do that now, young lady.
Oh, I know.
I say, fuck that. Do it. I won't watch the new Bond 26 when it comes out. Motherfuck that. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Well,
Rainbow. There you go. Rainbow and unicorn and rainbow sprinkles. Everybody has AIDS. AIDS.
Can we end the show, please?
Yeah, in a minute. Casino Royale, Quantum are only Craig. Yeah, those are the only two I really like. And then I kind of like, Skyfall. My problem with it is the plot devices are fucking goofy. But I love Javier Bardem. Oh my God, man.
What's not enough?
He's fucking great. It's just the logic behind all he does only to build up to a shootout in a courthouse. Yeah, he plans all this elaborate shit out. Crazy. Fucking had to be micro planned to have a shootout in a motherfucking courthouse. Fucking stupid. Provided a great conclusion in the series. I think that's where it should have ended. Absolutely.
Yeah.
888. There you go. Ellen Page. Oh yeah. She's not going to play Bond. She needs to play a Bond villain because of her scars. Yeah, there you go, buddy.
Isn't she Elliot now?
Oh, dude.
She's male now with those chest scars. I became a man and I have the scars to prove it. Literally. Okay, that's it. We're going to get the fuck out of here. Thanks for being here, guys. This was fun today. This is a fun movie. We're finally working down to the end of the best Bond films, in my opinion.
Almost sounded like a vulgar. This is a fun movie.
It's a fun movie.
I am not looking forward to.
Okay, you got me going there because Zoe used to always like say words with at the end, and she would like no, and I would look at her like, why the fuck are you talking like that? It was something that started when we moved to Phoenix, and I'm like, who are you hanging out with? Stop hanging out with them. They're making you talk wrong. And she would do that shit. And then the other day she was talking about some friend of hers. His name is Noah. And I went back to, his name is No? No. I said, I'm confused. Because that's how you used to say no. You said Noah. And the look, yeah, stop. That's what she would do. Again, this episode is brought to you by Backdoor Beaver. Fresh popcorn every time. I don't know how they make it or where they get it from, because you don't add popcorn. You don't put popcorn anywhere. It just keeps popping popcorn. So there you go. Get your own. And with that, we're going to get the fuck out of here. Have a great Saturday, guys. We'll be back again on Monday. What are we doing Monday?
I don't know. We don't have a lineup yet.
No, I don't think we figured it out.
I thought we did.
So.
No, we did. Guess we talk after the show. All right. Yep. I want everybody to know I mean this from the heart. Fuck off and go do something. Have a great Saturday. All right. Bye, guys.
Have a great weekend. Bye.
Steven.
Live long and prosper.
Thank you. Jesus
Damn
Christ.
the torpedo.
Everybody's heard about the word.